Can you trust the reflection of yourself you see in the mirror? I really want to challenge you. If you stand in the mirror, are you sure that the reflection that you see represents you 100%? Or could the mirror distort who you are? When you go to the mirror, can you see a distorted image of yourself? Can you have a distorted idea of yourself? Can you see yourself differently than you truly are? Can you really trust the reflection that you see of yourself in the mirror? Now, we typically go to the mirror to, fix our face. The women putting our makeup on. We're washing our faces. We're applying lotion. We're checking our shirts, our clothes, and everything. And we think that we're seeing the 100% representation of who we are. But I want to challenge you and ask you, can you 100% trust the reflection of you that you see in the mirror? Have you ever been to or saw in like these illusion places, these mirrors where you stand in the mirror? It's you, but the mirror makes your bottom look big and your top look small. Or some of the mirrors make your head look big and your body small. Or some of the mirrors make you look really thin, period. Or some of the mirrors make you look abstract. They are all mirrors. They are all images of you, but each of those images are wrong. So, can you trust the reflection of the mirror in your house? How do you know that the mirror that you go to every day isn't distorting who you are? But let's think about your mirror, the one that you trust, that's not in the illusion place. If your mirror is foggy, what does that do to the image of you? If that mirror gets broken, how does that mirror show you your reflection? If that mirror is dirty, how does it show you a reflection of you? So if we think that the mirror is showing us a 100% representation of who we are, who you are is going to be predicated on the condition of your mirror. If there's something wrong with the mirror, there's going to be something wrong with you. Or that's what you'll see. It might not be anything wrong with you. It probably isn't anything wrong with you. But the mirror is showing you something different because the mirror has been distorted. Think about having a clean mirror, but then everybody just come and just touch the mirror. And your mirror is just full of everybody else's fingerprints. It's just prints all over the mirror, so much so that when you stand in front of the mirror, you have a distorted vision of yourself because of the fingerprints. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the fingerprints on your mirror. See, every mirror reflects more than an image. So when you go to the mirror, you don't just see your face. You don't just see your skin. You don't just see your clothes. You don't just see the coal that's in your eyes. When you go to the mirror, you see a story. You see what you think about yourself. Or you see what everybody else has said about you. The fingerprint. Everybody's fingerprint is distinct. And your image, our image is distinct. But when you go into the mirror and you have all these distinct imprints on your mirror from everything that everybody ever said, and now you think that's who you are because every time you go to the mirror, you bring to the mirror the fingerprints that everybody else put on your life. Think about it. Ask yourself this. Who taught you what you see when you look in the mirror? It's not just you, because we are not born with fears. We are not born with insecurities. We're not born believing in lack. We're not born believing we're not good enough. So anytime you have any kind of doubt, any kind of negative feeling, when you're young, you think you could fly. I remember, I tell a story all the time. I remember I was like 8 or 9 years old. I watched the movie The Abyss. And in the movie The Abyss, they were going into this water, and they had to put they put these helmets on that had water in it, and they had to breathe in a little bit to get accustomed to breathing in the water. So they did that. They all got accustomed, and they were able to go into the abyss and breathe underwater. My 8-year-old self said, "Ooh, I can't wait to get in the pool tomorrow." My 8-year-old self said, "As soon as I get into this pool tomorrow, I'm going to get acclimated to the water." Y'all know what happened. I almost drowned myself. Because when you're young, you believe that you can do anything. So when you get older and you get in that mirror and you have doubts about what you can do, that's somebody else's fingerprint on your mirror. Who told you who you were when you look in the mirror? Who taught you what to see? Who taught you what to look for? Who taught you what to critique? Who taught you what to think negatively about? Who taught you what to see when you look in the mirror? When I was young, I had a very thick unibrow, not quite Anthony Davis. I still have my unibrow now, but it's not like it was when I was young. Probably had it from birth, and it never bothered me until maybe I was about 9, 10 years old. And then all of a sudden, everybody was teasing me about something that prior to I had no issue with. And then when everybody teased me, every time I went to my mirror, my face bothered me. Every time I went to a mirror that's just showing me a reflection of who I had loved previously, all of a sudden, there was fingerprints that said, "You need to shave your unibrow." And that's what I did. I began to cut my unibrow. I probably had my eyebrows looking all messed up, thinking about being 10, 11 years old, and I'm cutting my I'm trying to make 2 eyebrows, because every time I go to the mirror, what everybody else said is on the mirror like a headline. What is the headline on your mirror that comes from somebody else? Every time you go to the mirror, you take the headline that somebody else says. Every time you go to the mirror, you take the idea of you that somebody else says. Every time you look in the mirror, you think that you're seeing the proper version of yourself, but all you see are the fingerprints on your mirror. Because fingerprints change the reflection. Every smudge, everybody else's idea. And this is what the fingerprints are. The fingerprints are other people's opinions. The fingerprints are other people's labels of you. The fingerprints are other people's expectations of you, other people's desires from you. It's other people's stuff. That's what the fingerprints are. They're changing the reflection by putting different ideas in your head about yourself. And the worst part about it is we just continue to look in the mirror and we take that negative reflection back and we call that reflection us. This is just who I am. No, that's not who you are. That's who you believed you were, because everybody else had their hands on your mirror, and every time you looked in the mirror, you saw what their hands said. Every time you looked in the mirror, you saw what their hands said. And we've been doing this so long that we never questioned the mirror. We never questioned the mirror. If you grew up in a household like mine, if my mother cleaned that glass table, or my mother cleaned that mirror, and she came in that house and we had touched it, who dirty little fingerprints are these? Hey, all of y'all, get down here. Whose dirty little fingerprints are on my mirror? Or whose dirty little fingerprints are on my glass table? But my mother could do that for a glass table that meant nothing. My mother could do that for a mirror that was just an aesthetic. But we go to our mirror to see who we are, and we never question, hey, whose dirty little fingerprint is this? Whose dirty little idea is this? Whose dirty little label is this? Whose dirty little expectation is this? Whose fingerprint is on my mirror? This ain't me. But we don't question the mirror. We just go to the mirror and we just take that fingerprint and we make it ours. We go to the mirror, we take that idea and we make it ours. We go to the mirror, we take that label and we make it ours. And never question the fingerprint. We never question. I didn't question anymore about my unibrow. It just had to go. A part of me had to go. Every time I went to the mirror, I was reminded that a part of me had to go because what everybody else said showed me that in the mirror. I want to ask you, what part of you have you had to let go because every time you went in the mirror, the fingerprint told you this is no good? What part of you did you erase every time you went in the mirror? What about you that made you specifically you? Distinctly you, did you change to be like what everybody else expected you to be, or to not be what they teased you about being? Or what they criticized you about being, or what they shamed you about being? I have a question, the mirror. You know what? 20 years of coaching. What I find is people will doubt themselves before they doubt their doubts. People will question themselves before they question their doubts. I don't meet too many people who have doubts and ask the question, why do I doubt like this? It's like we take on the doubt so easy. But we'll doubt who we are. We'll doubt what we can do. We'll doubt our capabilities, but we won't doubt the doubt. Where did this doubt come from? Why do I doubt like this? Why do I think this? Why do I believe this? Why do I feel this? Why am I triggered by this? Why every time this happens, I feel something in my solar plexus? Why? We don't question the doubt. We don't question the fear. We don't question the worry. The only thing we learn how to question is the hope. And why? That's because other people have put their fingerprints on your hope. But you never questioned the mirror. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go to your mirror. I want you to go. Obviously not right now because you're here or you're watching this online. When you get a chance, I want you to go to your mirror and just allow yourself to be flooded with all of those doubts and worries and insecurities and fears. I want you to allow yourself to be flooded by all of these things that make you uncomfortable about yourself, about your self-worth, about your capabilities. I want you to allow yourself to be flooded by all of that, and then I want you to trace the fingerprints. I want you to trace the fingerprint. Oh, this is my mom who told me I wasn't never going to be nothing. I was going to be just like my dad. This is what I've been seeing on social media that told me I was less than if I don't have that. Oh, this is what society said about me because I'm black, and they said I will never be able to. This is what people said about me because I came from the hood, and people from the hood would never make it. I want you to go to the mirror and trace every fingerprint that's not yours, because you know what your fingerprint looks like, but you just never questioned the mirror. Now I want you to question the mirror, and every fingerprint you see on the mirror, every doubt, every worry, every fear, every hesitation, I want you to trace that fingerprint and recognize this is not mine. My mirror is supposed to be private time between me and myself, but somehow every time I go to the mirror, I see everything everybody else said. Trace the fingerprints. Who told you you were difficult? Who told you you were the loud one? Who told you you were the strong one? Who told you you were the weak one? Who told you that you were the one that everybody had to carry? Who told you that you're never going to make it? Who told you you couldn't get the resources? Who told you you could never graduate college? Who told you nobody would support your business? Who put their fingerprints on your mirror? Once we trace these fingerprints, it's time to grab the Windex. Imagine a physical mirror. Imagine a physical mirror that has never been cleaned. Decades go by, and this mirror has never been cleaned. How filthy would that mirror be? How many different sets of fingerprints would be on this mirror? If it wasn't clean, that mirror probably got some chips in it, some cracks in it somewhere. Imagine this mirror that nobody tended to. A lot of times that's our mirror. A lot of times that's our mirror. Once you trace the fingerprints and recognize everybody else's fingerprints, I want you to get the Windex. I was about to say Windex. I want you to get the Windex. No paper towel. I want you to do it old school like we used to. I want you to get a newspaper. I want you to spray the window down, the mirror down, and wipe it down until everybody else's fingerprint is gone. Until the mirror is squeaky clean. Until when you look in the mirror, the only thing that you can see is what you see in yourself. And when you look in the mirror, everybody else's ideas of you are gone. Everybody else's fingerprints are gone. You got a clean slate. Now you got a mirror, and guess what you can say? I am. I am. And then you can finish it with whatever you want. Now you're creating the headline. Now you're creating the headline that's on your mirror. And dig this, once you create the headline that's on your mirror, your headline is what you're going to take from the mirror and live out every day. You just got to see it clearly. One of my favorite scriptures, and I say this all the time, I guess I got a lot of favorite scriptures. In 1 John, it says, "It doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when we see him, we shall be made like him, for we shall see him as he is." So in this text, it's telling us that the clearer we see Christ, the clearer we'll see our true potential. Because Christ is the mirror. See, the Bible tells us that Christ is the express image of the invisible God. But not only is Christ the express image of the invisible God, Christ is also the spitting image of who and what we can be on this earth. So now the text tells us once you see that mirror clean, because Christ is the mirror, once you see that mirror clean and you see that mirror in its proper condition, it begins to radiate and show you exactly who you are. And so you can then operate how he who is in the mirror operates. So now you can walk on the waters of your life. You can raise up the dead situations in your life. You can heal the things that are sick in your life once you see the mirror clearly. But you got to clean those fingerprints. Once you clean those fingerprints, the mirror becomes, it's like two mirrors facing each other. It's just an infinite glitch, meaning you can be whatever you want in between. It's up to you now to speak life into yourself. It's up to you to speak into that mirror. It's up to you to decide who you're going to be, because we are no longer allowing other people's fingerprints to dictate our mirror.